what's up, basketball lovers? It's your boy Gabe.
And Elijah.
Back with another video, and it's just more NBA drama. It seems like, this offseason, the offseason in general, always finds a way to bring entertainment to us that doesn't even necessarily have to do with basketball only. So, as of yesterday, Jimmy Butler requested a trade from the Minnesota Timberwolves. And today we're basically going to be talking about, the possible reasons why he did this. Now, he listed 3 teams that he could possibly want to go to or that would be preferable to him. And he kind of has leverage, but we've seen that, other teams now, after the Paul George thing and him staying with the Thunder, some teams are willing to risk it. But he stated that his top 3 teams are the LA Clippers, the New York Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. Now, if you guys know, the Nets shouldn't even be a possibility for anybody who ever wants to play basketball in the NBA. They've never really been that great of a franchise other than with Jason Kidd. But what you see is these 3 franchises have a big market. And I think Jimmy Butler's trying to become more of that star depending on who he plays with. Because Brooklyn's not a place that you want to play. LA is definitely a place he wanted to play. But why not in Los Angeles with the Lakers? Bigger market, possibly a better team. But it's been said that he doesn't want to play. He and a lot of other players don't want to play with LeBron. And that could be now with LeBron's reputation of, his teammates lately. I mean, you just never know where you can go. You can be shipped off. And I think people are trying to do what's best for them and be their own kings in a way. And so the 3rd team is the New York Knicks. Now, as a Knicks fan, you guys already know this would be dope. But we also know that the Knicks have a lot of cap room. Both the other teams do as well. But the Knicks have a lot of cap room. And they still have to clear a few more people. But they are looking to be able to bring in Kyrie Irving, who is his good friend. Now, I know this may sound biased, but I think the Knicks is probably the best possibility for Jimmy to land. Especially if they can get it done with Kyrie. And this might be our first really big move in getting back to becoming a playoff contending team. And the East is more open than it's ever been with LeBron gone. Not saying that there aren't other good teams. Now, let's get back to the thick and the meat of this. And why Jimmy Butler would all of a sudden, or at least what we see as all of a sudden, would no longer want to be a Timberwolf. Now, there's been several things that have been going on. Before any recent drama, Jimmy Butler, as we know, was homeless for a long time, and he's grinded for everything that he's earned. And so he has a reputation of a dog. And even though now he's blossomed into a star, people may argue definitely an all-star, it's been said that in the locker room, a lot of young people don't respect him. Now, I just want to give an analogy, right? Let's say you have somebody that comes from a very poor background, and they work their way up to a military general. They're a very powerful general. However, if there's a young prince that has no military experience, the prince still views himself and in a way is higher royalty and is royalty, and therefore he wants to stake his claim as well. And that's what you have with Andrew Wiggins and even more so Karl Anthony Towns, because these guys were drafted as young stars and brought in to be stars on the team. And so because of this, they feel like they already have just as much, if not more, of a right to that team than Jimmy Butler does, who is the OG and doesn't get the respect that I believe he deserves. Now, also, we've heard that Andrew Wiggins' brother has put his input in, and when he heard that Jimmy Butler requested a trade, he posted on, I believe it was Twitter, hallelujah. Now, why does Andrew Wiggins' brother have anything to do with this situation? If I were Andrew Wiggins, I would have told him to be quiet and stay out of it. But clearly, he doesn't want him to be there. Andrew Wiggins hasn't been vocal about it necessarily, but it seems like, Andrew Wiggins wasn't necessarily happy because they're both similar type players with similar type builds. And so, with Jimmy Butler again being the OG, he took a lot of ball time from what could have been Andrew Wiggins. And so I'm sure Andrew Wiggins will be happy to have that back, but they probably won't be a playoff team. Now, this is not, confirmed, but there's speculation that Jimmy Butler also cheated with Karl Anthony Towns' girlfriend or wife. And that's just drama that I guess, accumulation with everything else, he wanted to get out of there, and I guess avoid the drama. Now, again, this is not confirmed, but if this is true, that's a big locker room problem and all the more reason to get out and get your own team or go play somewhere else with somebody else. So accumulation of these things is the reason why Jimmy Butler wants to leave. This really could shake up the NBA, because if Jimmy Butler and a few other moves that also have been speculated happen, you will be looking at a whole new NBA again with whole new rosters and whole new players. So we're going to be, in for another interesting season and more drama to come. So stay tuned for that.
And last year, Jimmy Butler averaged 22 points per game, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 0.4 blocks. And this season, he's he's going to make $18.6 million. And if he signs an extension with the Timberwolves, which is not going to happen, he could have got $141 million for 1 year. And if he signs a 5-year contract with a different team, he could make up to $190 million this summer, because the Timberwolves would have offered him a 4-year extension, but he can be offered 5 total years. And also, that he would like to be traded before, I believe, Monday, which is media day, because if they go to take pictures, and he's going to be asked many questions. And I think if Jamie's going to get traded, the Clippers might actually be the best option, because they have 2 max slots also as the Knicks, and they have a little bit more of a stable team. And I don't think the Nets are really in contention.
That's a great point. A quick correction: my brother accidentally said $141 million for 1 year, but it would be a 4-year, $141 million deal. But as my brother said, the Clippers would definitely be a decent spot, but he doesn't really have a team there that I think he can lead. I don't see Jimmy Butler as an A-level player, and I think he kind of recognizes that, and that's why I think he wants to play with a Kyrie Irving or someone like that who can lead. Because playing on a team by yourself in the West would just be grueling and not even really good for your health, because you're carrying a team up and down playing. Even the lowest teams are going to give you a run for your money during the season. So I, as a Knicks fan, hope he goes there, but I'm not going to get my hopes up, because I've seen several instances where people state the Knicks as a possibility and don't even go for interviews. And though this is different because he's not a free agent, we'll see if the Timberwolves even give the Knicks a call. But if they're smart, they will ship him away from the West. You never want to put a rival right in your conference or your division. So we'll see how this goes. Guys, let me know what is going on in the NBA right now, because I can't believe it. It's just ridiculous. Everything's going haywire. It's a crazy world right now. So if you guys are enjoying this content, please give it a like if you're enjoying it. And if you want to continue to see this content and continue to stay with this channel, subscribe so you can get updates on our new videos. Have a good one.